Yeah, what's up, Jess? So I think I'm live. So let's continue with the Stratos Bora EA, the one that is based in Ichimoku. Yesterday I dropped I think a 2 hour stream if you want to watch it. It's the base or the start of the EA, pretty much the only changes so far. Let me open my notebook. So for Stratos Bora, so here's the sauce, okay? Testing, of course, year to date. Well, 2024 to year to date. And Xiao USD, of course. The conditions for the test are zero latency, 10K deposit or $10,000. That with cent accounts will be only $100 using 1 to 500 leverage and every tick based in real. So the EA pretty much from the default set file to the one that I'm running currently, it's not default blows. Like it's not able to trade Xiao USD mainly because it's grid. As you can see here is a test that is going on, or maybe this is a past one. Yeah, this has to be an old one, but we can see very clear the all the lines, the red, the blue, the green, and the orange. Well, here we have another one that's kind of pink or purple, whatever. So every line is part of the Ichimoku. Ichimoku is a very complex indicator, so we will review it in a second. But let me just give you a quick hint on more or less what I changed yesterday. So the changes are here. Where's my notebook again? Let's move it here. So from the default set file and the one that I'm running right now, pretty much the first change is I allow the trading during Sundays because you need to have a good stress test. What's the stress test? Is when pretty much you put the EA with less risk management as possible. Try to get a good result in big samples or in big ranges, like at least 1 year. 2024 is not an easy year for gold trading or gold auto trading, especially 100% automatic. Why? Because it was very bullish year. Dollar was under a huge pressure from mainly the debt crisis, the inflation raising. Well, not the debt crisis like in 2011, but interest rates are as high as they have been. The debt is, of course, growing to trillions of dollars, so it creates speculation and then it creates fear to at least for USA to pay its debts, that we all know it's very possible. They have a lot of infrastructure and they have a lot of investments. Tons of countries owe them money, like half Europe still owns them money since the 2008 crisis. My country, for example, Mexico, has $1 billion debt with them since forever, and we really don't know when we will be able to pay it because the interest keep growing. So if USA is in debt, every other country is also in debt. So very sensitive to speak about the debt with USA when you don't have all the factors involved. But for the reality or the market's dynamics, the dollar was under pressure because gold is a better asset when there's crisis and uncertainty in the possibility of someone paying you your yield. So you put your money in something that you don't expect the yield, but at least you wish it pays you over time. In this case, gold breaking the all-time highs. All 2024 is what create a good environment for them to push the price higher and higher, and people were more excited into investing because the gold price breaking all-time highs and all-time highs creates also FOMO because people think that they lost the opportunity. They see a new all-time high, they enter. That puts pressure again in the dollar and new all-time highs. So let's do something real quick. 1 second. I want to say something. Okay. Let me leave the stream. I was just checking the sound, but all good. I'm not putting music today. Let's make it short because yesterday at one point YouTube was just auto playing some copyrighted songs, so I was getting banned. But all good, all good. So let's go then with the Ichimoku. So by Investopedia, Ichimoku Cloud, a collection of technical indicators that show support and resistance level as a momentum and trend direction. Okay, so here, as mentioned, we have tons of lines, but those lines are a type of indicator. So we have different names. We have Chiku Span, Tenken Sen, Kiyu Sen, Senkoi B, and Senkoi A. So as A, sorry. So as here you can see is in different colors, or at least this line that looks kind of purple or pink might be the Chiku Span. Every other tends to be the same. So the Ichimoku Cloud indicator, as mentioned, is a collection of indicators marking a support and a resistance, plus the momentum and trend direction. Of course, you don't use indicators to trade or only for bias. You complement your analysis or your algorithm with the information or the data that heavy formulas like the Ichimoku Cloud can provide you. The Ichimoku Cloud was developed by a Japanese trader. We all know Japanese have provided tons of value to the markets, especially to high impact markets or high volatility markets like FOREX. So let's check their key takeaways. The Ichimoku Cloud is composed of 5 lines or calculations, 2 of which comprise a cloud where the difference between the 2 lines is shaded in. Okay, so here you can see the difference. The lines include a 9-period average, a 26-period average, an average of those 2 average, a 52-period average, and a lagging closing price line. Okay, the cloud is a key part of the indicator. When the price is below the cloud, the trend is down. When the price is above the cloud, the trend is up. The above trend signals are strengthened in the cloud is moving in the same direction as the price. For example, during an uptrend, the top of the cloud is moving up, or during a downtrend, the bottom of the cloud is moving down. So this is very Investopedia related. I can't really say if that's true or not, especially if it was true. Well, everyone will use it and just make money. So it's different to analyze an indicator from what it's built for versus what it's doing in the market. So here you have the information of the formulas, how to calculate, but pretty much we don't really are into the indicator itself. We want to know what the EA is doing with the indicator. You feel me? So here we have some extra information. You can check investopedia.com and fidelity.com by checking the Ichimoku. And here is a manual. This manual is from the developer. I found it in the link to download in the MCall5 market. Something that is very important. For example, here we can check. Have a 1.5 or almost 1.6 profit versus a 1.3 drawdown. But currently I have $1,122 profit versus 884 max drawdown. So this is not doing the trick. Let me see how's the factor. This is a 1.20 factor versus the 1.27 that I have in my current set file that is working. I don't know if this one. Yeah, here you can see this is the total net profit versus the equity max drawdown. It's very well balanced. It's during the whole span of 2024. Currently, I'm testing, or the result that is changing is the lot increase rules and the increment factor. I changed to incremental growth versus the exponential that is the default. So let me update that something real quick. Terrible. Don't use 1.0, don't use 0.1, and pretty much don't use incremental growth. You can keep it as exponential. So as mentioned, the first change was I allowed Sunday trading, okay? Then I change the strategy. In 1 second we will review, because I also don't know what all the strategies are doing. But pretty much I changed here in the trading strategy from the, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I went for the last one. I kept the lot size 0.01. Auto lot false. Very weird. The developer says that if auto lot is false, the risk level doesn't matter, but it's changing the outcome. So I'm leaving it 2.0. I already tested the 1, 0, 3, 4. Nothing is better than this. The unique magic number, you can keep it the same. Really doesn't matter. It's more for live trading. Just keep it the same unless you're using the same EA in different pairs. Just change it. Make it unique for each pair, so the EA knows what basket of trades it's handling. The spread allowed. This was also a very tricky one. Let me... also, very important. H4 for XAUUSD is the one that is providing the best results so far. Okay, the lower you go, the more riskier it becomes, we could say. So for the spread, I already tested 30 and it's not opening trades. 100 is terrible. And at one point the default I think is 300, but it's also limited the potential. So 350 and 400 are better than the default. But if you go above 500, it's not good, and 1000 is terrible. So it's giving negative results. So don't do it. Keep it try it 400, 350 or 300, more or less for gold, and you can adjust for GU or GU pairs or Forex pairs. You expect lower. For the max concurrent orders, also, let me explain this one with the guide of the. Actually, let's check the trading strategies. You can select it. It says it offer a range of strategies based on the Ichimoku Kinko Ohio indicator, as well as options for manual trading and continuous trading without Ichimoku. So for now, we're not using it. The strategy we're using is the 12 one. Keep trading enabled without Ichimoku. So the description: this strategy allows the EA to trade without any Ichimoku-based conditions. It may rely on other rules or conditions set within the EA for trade execution. I guess it's using grid and different. We have a set of orders for the. Let me check. It's called directions. So you allow new series of trades after the first one. That's pretty much grid. It can be grid set by points, pips, or by bars, or if it's not using the Ichimoku, most likely is one of those two. So the logic, this option, this option is for traders who want to use the EA trade management features without being restricted to Ichimoku-based strategies. Each strategy can be fine-tuned using the EA settings to match the trader's risk profile and trading objectives. It's important to understand the Ichimoku indicator truly and to test each strategy extensively in a demo environment before applying it to a live trading account. I would say always go first for the backtesting, understand the EA, see how it performs with past data. So if it's not working in past data, you're just gonna lose your time in demo. So let's go with the first one, Ichimoku Kijun Cross. Description: this strategy triggers a buy signal when the price crosses above the Kijun Sen baseline and a sell signal when the price crosses below the Kijun Sen. Logic: the Kijun Sen represents a key level of support and resistance. A cross above suggests bullish momentum, while a cross below indicates a bearish momentum. So pretty much every strategy is very straightforward. Let's check the cloud breakout. Buy signal is generated when the price breaks out above the Ichimoku cloud, Kumo, and sell signal is triggered when the price breaks out below the cloud. The cloud represents support and resistance areas. A breakout above the cloud indicates a strong bullish trend, while a breakout below suggests a strong bearish trend. So it's very interesting. If the indicator, you know it very well, or you have a trader manual or tested, at least in demo environments, the Ichimoku or it can be the indicator or an EA with the indicator, you will have very deep understanding on how this works, at least better than me, because I'm not really a strong indicator trader. I don't rely too much in indicators, but as you can see, this is not using the Ichimoku, but at the end you keep a very sustained trading, very high volume. And let me show you this is not the set file that I'm using, but I want to show you the low amount of short trades, 220, versus the almost 4K long trades. So as mentioned, 2024 was mainly bullish for gold. So that means it's trying to position itself with the trend. It's not trying to counter trend. So the here the set file that I'm using, it's opening a little bit more of shorts positions, but with a higher win rate, and it's almost with the 4K in long trades. So the overall win rate is profit trades 62%. It's not bad. It's above the 50% that it's enough for to be better than a coin flip or than a gamble. So we could consider the EA is delivering good trading. So the max concurrent orders, let's check what the developer is saying, because we already covered pretty much the first part. And the here max concurrent orders, let's check. Okay, max concurrent orders is the maximum of trades that the A can have open at the same time. Is like when you have grid systems. For example, I tend to open tons of positions, but because I know my margin is very efficiently distributed among logics, but these EAs are mainly single logic, meaning what the second trade will do is based in the first one, what the third order will do is based in the second one, and so on. So they use only one single logic. I say it as a line. So with this type of EAs, you need to be very, very careful. So I tested for the concurrent orders, I tested 10, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5. So I have for now that 8 max trades open is giving me the best result. Also enabling the buying and selling is very good. I also tested false. It's not giving the same results. It's not giving very good results. Then for the max trade volume, this means the maximum volume that a single trade can have. If set to 0, the future is disabled. I have it that I tested the if set to 0 is disabled, default 8. Testing 1 not change, testing 0 not change, testing 10 not change. This means pretty much that the A is not opening big volume of trades. It's expected because it's 8 lots, and we are starting with 0.01, so it's very hard to trigger those amounts of lots. From direction, I'm leaving all true and allowing current time frame H4. That's here. Here, all these allow new series, permit buy orders, permit sell orders, single trade per par, trade execution. All I'm opening, I'm leaving it as true. And this option, I'm leaving it as the current that will be the 8-hour time frame. And actually, now that we are here, let's check this trade, single trade per pair. Let's see what happens if we change it. And for the bar opening alteration, here in the guide, it says this parameter can be used to alternate the bar opening for trade execution. So by default is 0. I tested 1 and 2, reduction of profit and drawdown, but worst factor in number 1, and number 2 was not good. So naturally we keep with the best one. Then I'm not gonna mode the operation schedule. Is pretty much when to start trading, at what time, at what minute, and when to close. Then you can shut down the trades. You can shut down everything in Friday. And well, for now, I'm not gonna modify this because I want to first get the best result possible, and from there see if I can improve it by adding the time filters. If not, it's working very good. Sometimes EAs just need to trade all the time to understand what the market is doing. So if you cut them, it's like starting again, you know? So the secondary entry rules, currently I'm working with the exponential growth and the 1.3. If you change the exponential growth to here to incremental growth, I just tested every combination possible from 1.3 up to 0.01, and it's not working good. So I'm keeping the exponential growth with, let's see for example 1.6 if it's changing something. Give it some minutes. Today I have some water too. This is pineapple, lemon, and cucumber, bros. To stay fresh, you need to stay fit. Fuck, it's too frozen, this water. Whatever. So after testing this EA, we will go with the brother of Bora, Stratus Bora, that is, let me check again, I forgot the name. Zephyr. The other EA Stratus Zephyr from the same developer. Both are free. The only difference is one is using RSI, Relative Strength Index, and this is using Ichimoku. So terrible. This already we know it's not good. We can see here we have the something interesting. So this option for directions, single trade per par, is terrible. So let's keep it like this. I'm testing 1.6 exponential. So let's move to 1.2. Let's see who has the sauce, if higher multipliers or lower multipliers. And there's also the possibility that it's not changing anything. Water is so good. This water is so good. I'm good at this. Let's see. Can I listen to music? Yeah. I can. You cannot, guys, because I'm gonna listen to Spotify. But you can check my music there. Solo encima del dinero. It's coming on trap on non bomba terdi, non stare investor. Wow. Otro calo. Otro sitio, el WhatsApp. You realize Suzuki sings with Rails V? Crazy. well, Latino slang, but if someone knows, right? I need to connect the chat, but besides the point no one will talk, yesterday that I connected the chat, I didn't like how it looks, so I need to do some research on how to set it up, because as you can see, it looks good at this point or what. Well, the overall stream, I mean. Change that song. I'm like more into. Ooh. This is good music. This is good music, jeez. I only drop sauce here. Pensando en la última esperanza y ahora que en una casa y hago lo que me plazca, no me amenaza. No vimos pues qué pasa, avanza en el camino que trazas. Me vale verga además. Pero se aguantan por culeros, a nadie voy a grabar. Dales el dinero. Let me show you my current investing model, guys. Sorry, there was too loud music. I was screaming. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot. As mentioned, my EA uses 21 logics with different conditions, but pretty much they do the same. Average close or by points, pips. Grid, multiplier, counter trending, no stop loss. But the idea is every logic does something different during the trend. So here I'm balancing. I'm trying to get the best combination possible. Currently I have almost 200% return in 2004 to 2025, as mentioned. That's the beauty of my model. No one can achieve this level, or very few can really sell you something that does this. And this is only buy. I'm missing the sell model. Sell model is this one, of course. Only 3 logics. I'm working with the base. Tons to work to do. I'll be finished by Sunday with that one. But here is almost done. You can see almost the 200k. Initial deposit 100k. My max drawdown is 37% versus my absolute drawdown that is 13%. Have a 5.2k volume of trades with an 82% win rate. The short positions, as you can see, we have 0% open. So this model is 100% automatic. You don't have to know nothing. It's just set and forget, like that scammer that it's also half Latino, or I don't know, that sells you the set and forget. Well, he's not an algo trader. He cannot code. So the set and forget is just a scam. This is something that is set and forget. Let me show you here in the Discord group. That, by the way, I'm opening sections for manual trading. I'm opening myself also to keep learning how good manual traders are doing the sauce, you know. So here you can see we have a new member that is sharing very good analysis, and he might be sharing more often. That will be great, honestly. But for now, let me show you my curriculum. Will be here. So this is my tracking record for my B1 version. Currently I'm running B3. I'm finishing actually optimizing the B3. It's taking me time because it's way more complex than what I was running during this time. But as you can see, 99% automatic. Like set and forget for real. This is not bullshit. This is real. How's this doing? 4 more minutes. So what I'm doing here is trying to find the best multipliers, the best initial lot, the best last lot for each logic, so it's very well balanced. My EA, the beauty is that can trade during trends. It's when you make most of the money, but also you handle more risk. And during ranges, you can make also very good money, but also, of course, just you will expect less than the push that you can close 30%, 50% in one move when trends are big. So you need to adapt for both. That's why I'm telling you it's 100% automatic and can run 24/7 or 24/5 because of the big sample of data and how it's performing during every type of market. It includes COVID, it includes 2024, it includes 2011, my major crisis. So it's very solid, especially for this model 2013, and the drops from 2020 and 2011 are very good to test it. Because at the end, I'm not worried all the time about the buy model because it's just price will recover. It's gold. Like gold, first of all, will never go to zero. If I'm sure USA will never go to zero when I'm alive, gold, I'm 100% sure. So that's why the buy model, it's very, very easy to trade. You can even decide to not trade the sell model and you take a lot of risk out of your portfolio by just trading one. But I like to do both because I trust my EA and my strategy. It's going to finish in a couple of minutes, so once it's done, I'll show you the difference. I expect it to be better. Here, for example, we also don't have a very good amount of profits compared to the other model, mainly to the reduction of the multiplier or the factor here, 1.2 versus 1.6. Let's see. Si te hago llorar, perdona si te hago sufrir, pero no está en mis manos, pero no está en mis manos. Me he enamorado. I'm rocking that Mexican mustache. Oh my god, this is terrible. I'm glad no one watches me because it will be so painful. Una citea dolor. Una citea mi amor. That's this. Settle market is also open. Today we broke the gold's all-time high, holding some sells drawdown after closing the recent days. I close good volume of buys, of course small cents we could say for the amount of the or the size of the account, but don't forget that every broker pays you rebates, and I have affiliate accounts. I only have one client in this broker, but they pay me for every lot size they close or every trade they open and only open and close. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. So that adds to your profit, and this client will also win rebates. So very good, right? That's why sometimes I like to have heavy scalpers. As you can see in my main test during 113 weeks, from December 2021 to February 2024, I opened 12.73K volume trade with 88% win rate. So I'm good. I'm very good at this. And it's very easy, actually. I don't know why people struggle so much. I don't even use stop loss, and I'm smoking markets. haven't blown an account in, what, 3 years? Almost 4 years? That's next level trading, and very easy trading, very lazy actually. Just grid and counter trend with no stop loss. Add to your position like hedge funds. Like how they expect billions of dollars to enter the market in one sniper entry, you are crazy. That's not how it works. Like big, even billionaires have restrictions to enter the market. They will manipulate the market for the big amount of money they have, So they need to do it in size. They need to size their positions pretty much. So that's one point for grid traders with multipliers or smart progressions, not martingales, of course. That funny enough, these set files are supposed to be martingales. This is already done. As you can see, 2.2k profit versus 2.6k max drawdown, so not good. Okay. So unless 1.2 is kind of good, the factor you know what? Let's do 1.25. We need to cover every possible combination. If not, we're not properly optimizing the A, you feel me? Or did the change? Yeah. Crazy, right? That from this, I end up with this. So here we have 274. Let me save it. 274, 320 profit versus 56%. This is giving me a 4.88 profit, well, risk reward factor. This is giving me 5.15, so no, I'm staying with this one. And what I'm gonna do is from this base, I'm gonna start modifying my risk. So here I have 37%, okay? Or let's round it up to the upside, or give it some push. It's 40% risk, because my max drawdown, my money at one point was at max risk of 40%, okay? So here what I do is for my personal EA or my personal accounts, I will go with 90%, maybe 85%. With buy model, I even go with 100%, I don't mind. Sometimes I don't compound all the time, so I can use the profits as protection. But for clients, I adjust or customize or tailor to their needs. So for example, there's clients that don't want all the 20 years data or 21 years. So I do it, for example, 2021 to 2025. So the risk will be lower because most likely this 37% is during 2011 or 2008 or 2013, COVID. So we are avoiding big economical crisis. Why? Because there's no big probabilities at this point that another pandemic and another house crisis happens. But of course, there's always the possibility that new events happen. That's why we model with that data. But in case that you feel that it won't happen, or in case that you think you can manage and avoid those scenarios, you go with a higher risk. You can use smaller samples of data and more fresh data, because 2021 is more fresh than going to 2004. So what I do is I adjust based in the needs. For investing 100% automatic, I always say you need to use 2004 data, but sometimes clients want more profit, more to push more without the risk of trading itself. So that model 2021 to 2025 can work very good automatically with the knowledge that we have higher risk than the standard model, you feel me? But with equity protectors, with news filters, I don't recommend the news filters, but it's something that needs to be tested. But it might work. I will say with time filter, you can, I will say only the equity protector and semi-management. Like if you see that, for example, a Friday, everything is good, avoid the Sunday open. You don't pay the rollover of the weekend of the swaps and commissions. And sometimes the opens can be very spicy, we could say. So you avoid some extra risk. So here, for example, if a client wants from their initial deposit of 25,000, like this account, he wants 50% of the risk, I adjust to 12.5k. I cannot go too low because there's no point. Like we need to commit, like we need to take investing and trading serious. So with Sense accounts, you can do 25k with $250 very easily. So with cent accounts, I always recommend go at least with 1,000. Like you're trying to invest in $1 trillion market with 1,000 in margin. At least make it sense so you have 100K and the possibility of fight back, because you won't be right all the time. And if you're taking stop loss after stop loss after stop loss with no edge, you're just smoking your money and you're not giving it a fair chance of fighting back. So what I do is that I try to understand first the needs of the clients, try to prevent them to do something that can smoke money very fast. And from there, we start applying some different measures or techniques depending on how much the client wants to be involved with the trading or the system itself. But for now, I need to adjust my multipliers. Here you can see it's all fixed lot. So what I'm gonna do is I need to start, for example, these logics that start at my 5 and 6 level. Most likely I need to reduce either the multiplier or the lots. Well, the multiplier here, it doesn't matter, it's fixed. But if I do something like this, for example, and if I set 1.2 multiplier, 0.01 lot will be open in the first 3 orders. It won't trigger the 0.02 until the 4th, I think. So if I have the 1.6, I'm for sure triggering the 0.02 in the second order. So I'm more aggressive in that case. But for example, this is lower risk than this because my initial lot is 0.01. So my first order withdrawal is 0.01 instead of 0.02. But just a matter of testing. For example, this was using smart progressions and different types of multipliers and initial lots. Last lot is open. I can open any lot. Let's see which one is the higher. 0.68. Like, see that risk management? Like, it's not crazy, right? 0.68 with 100K and closing almost 300% of return. And this is not compounding. If you compound, any model will be boosted. Why I don't compound? For the same reason I don't add indicators, time filters, news filters, because I need clean samples. I need my max drawdown to be measurable based in the data and what my EA will do. And since it's grid and contra trending, we'll do the same every single time. So let's check let's stop flexing my system. Let's check this one. So we have 900 profit versus 1.3K max drawdown, so not good. Let's just check the 1.25, but for now, the best will be 1.3. Worst. That might be famous for my singing abilities and not my trading skills. So grid minimum gap. Let me use the easier when they share you this. Here you can see they explain the incremental growth, how it works. That's pretty much martingale. Oh, sorry, no. The exponential is the martingale because it's just doubling the positions. So this one is using like kind of an increment based in the grid you assign. But we already know it's not working, so no need to worry much about it. Grid minimum gap, minimum number of points between grid orders. Okay. 200 is interesting. Let's see, I'm usually setting, I don't know if it's in points. Oh, in points. So 600 should be aggressive, but still for the low risk that we're having, if 200 is good, it can be interesting. Grid gap multiplier, a multiplier that increases. Okay. Okay, I see. Interesting. Interesting. This is very interesting. I'm gonna tell you this. This is very interesting. People is smart sometimes. Not every developer is hungry for your money. That's for sure. Close rules, take profit, adjust order profit. Okay. These are very interesting inputs. That's also why I love testing other EAs, because you are able to put yourself in other developers' heads. So maybe you can find some sauce for your own system, and I'm sure that I will find something for my B4 version that will be MT5. So let's wait for this one to finish. I understand very well what these 1, 2, 3, and 4 options are doing. Also, more or less these ones. And this is very much the like the stop loss, scale loss, okay, disable trading after loss cap. Okay, yeah, like a very simple but effective risk management. And this is the Ichimoku that these graphics doesn't matter because it's only when you're trading live. But the Ichimoku is also affected only, I guess, when you're using one of the Ichimoku strategies. But since this is not using it, I expect it to not do anything. So let's see. Some lemon water. Lemon, cucumber, and pineapple. Tus heridas. Tu manera como hablo. Me entregarás. Serás mía. Quiero saber. Oh, my back. It's 6 p.m. here. I always start testing around 7 a.m. So, testing takes a lot of time for those fucking losers that say algo traders don't know how to trade. I bet we know better how to trade than someone that is only trading demo or live during market hours. Like, have 21 years of data to test. You only have 1 hour or 2 hours a day. You are not like me. Oh, it's taking too long with 1.25. What the fuck? And of course, gold again pushing to a new all-time high. Crazy, right? I don't know if today or yesterday I got my first 50 subscribers, guys. 50 subscribers. Ain't that insane? Al oído. Ah, what a good water, bro. Very good water. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Yep. Previously we had a 1.27 factor, and with this one we have 1.38. So it's higher, we keep it. Let's review. We have also a higher win rate with the buys, with the sells, 67%. Very weird that the factor or the risk increases too much or modifies too much the risk reward. It's like if it's also modifying the grid or something else, you feel me? Okay, now let's rock the second part. Claro que necesitamos ir. 200, so let's do this. Because I could do it in one move, the multiplier, and I think that based in the previous change here in the single trade per bar in the first direction, this single trade per bar. Okay. Okay, let's do this first. No hace daño a quien te ama. I guess let's. You have time or what, guys? So still have a long way to finish this one. I'm worried about 2024, but so far we're already in 2019. And I was testing 2023 to 2025 before finishing before sending the 21 years range, 2004 to 2025. So I expect this to be already good. So this is the base of my sauce. I just need to take out the 0.02 lot and the 0.03. Here, as you can see, these are my progressions. I expect this to be only 0.01 all these slots, so my risk will be reduced very, very dramatically. I'm using three logics. The first one is the main logic. The second one is a sub stop you can say it's a stop loss for the main logic and itself. And the third logic is the overall stop loss or the hard stop for all my basket of orders. So I'm still missing two more before adding all the 16 other logics that are the ones that actually make the money. So those two missing logics can close my main logic and the sub stop of the main logic. And the other acts the same, can close the sub logic and the main logic at any point. So pretty much what I do is tons of combinations. The more the trend moves, I start modifying the conditions for every logic based in the movement of the trend. That's why my EA can adapt. It's not that my EA is smart or I'm flexing AI or something. I'm the AI. I'm the one training the model daily with past and current data. So that's why this is very effective and why I can tell you that it can work. Even if you don't want it, you can reverse it because it's an EA that 100% of the time will be counter trending, because that's the condition. To not be gambling or playing probability games that are guessing games, I decide to go with against the trend, sorry. Because it's very pride for someone to say, I go with the trend. How? How do you know? You're going with the trend. Why? When? Do you have 100% win rate? Every time you have 0% drawdown, then you are not going with the trend every time. You are trying to guess the trend and getting smoke probably in the process. It's better to keep it simple and not try to... And it's not that you need to counter trend to be a good trader. It's that you need to embrace drawdown. Like, you won't be right all the time. those sniper entries and perfect entries are a miracle. You can have one or two. That doesn't mean that you need to push yourself to have those. Like, drawdown is not a realized loss. Like, I don't know what's the issue with taking some drawdown. Unless you're doing prop firms, but I mean, you will have to adapt your strategy for the 5% daily drawdown, which is nothing. I mean, you need to make 5%. You cannot surpass 5% drawdown, and you need to make 10% profit. So that's a one to two. It's not easy. There's tons of people that never do 1 to 2 and make it profitable or consistently. Or one time. They don't cannot, and it's not throwing trash, it's the reality. That's how hard it's trading and why prop firms decide to use a daily drawdown. Daily drawdown is the worst thing. If prop firms really wanted traders to trade their money, they wouldn't have a daily drawdown. Just like similar to DarwinX, but DarwinX is worst because they don't have daily drawdown, but they have a risk engine that is manipulating your trades. So they started with something good, but at the end is worse, you know? I have them here watching my EA when we are testing this one. Look the difference in the trading. The spike here is not bigger because here we have too many equity drawdown or too many spikes of equity drawdown, but here you can see we have very fast closings. And going up, this is more, this is the one with 100, right? Yeah. So seems big grid can do good with DCA. Let's see. Hace un lado nomás. Es una nomás, comprada no está. Por eso la gozo mientras voy al pozo. Se recuerda de nevar. Se recuerda que no está. Un viejo odiado de allá de los llanos jamás se cansó de pelear. Fue un inicio y un final. Solo no fue en oriental. La empresa se irá. Pero qué sombra nos da. Creo que se caiga, viejo. Y así suena el neto, viejo. Jálese la greña. Mira, en placozón, no era un amor. Encomienda a Dios en cada cabor. $40 nomás. Es que lo voy a andar con el viejo un penal. Se irá. Que la sombra nos da. Let's see this us. Takes time, takes hours to get one result. So yeah, I need to wait a lot. Also one of the reasons I want to move to MT5. Already gold printed a new all-time high. 2798.88. Today we were at 2790, so almost $9. Nominativo. Here's entering COVID 2020, January. This is waiting. Big drop there. Funny because we have less exposure, you know? This is 600 grid. This is 100 and default is 200, so crazy. No, this is terrible. It's not giving good risk. It's like this song always plays when I'm streaming. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. El Puki. Nunca y no sé qué hacer. Desperto y me acuerdo al amanecer. Me espera otro día por vivir sin ti. Dejo no mienta, tú es tan diferente. Es falta. Gente pasa y pasa, siempre tan igual. Frío de la vida me parece mal. I move it here. Diferente cuando estabas tú. No hay nada más difícil que vivir sin ti. Yendo en la espera de verte llegar. Both are bad. Unless this one cleans. This sends negative, so worst. This looks good. But I think risk is not measurable with the or comparable to the other ones. Yeah, as you can see, 1.58k pretty much versus 1.65 drawdown, so way more aggressive. Let's make this one here 250. Here I'm gonna go back to the 200, but I'm curious. Grid multiplier. How much do you multiply by? Okay. De la vida me parece mal. Let's try 1.5, makes sense. Era diferente cuando estabas tú. No hay nada más difícil que vivir sin ti. Friendo en la espera de verte llegar. El frío de mi cuerpo pregunta por ti. Si no te hubiera sido, sería tan feliz. Sufriendo en la espera de verte llegar. Looks interesting, looks interesting. As you can see here, we have more aggressive closings thanks to the... Well, not more aggressive, less aggressive, sorry, because what it's doing is first trade will open 200 grid, the second will open at 300, so little reduction of risk with no compromising. Like 100 was very aggressive, but 600 was draining the account. because you don't give it enough space to. I don't know. I don't think this is in points. This has to be in pips. Let's check right now. Boring. Have the engineer PP non-pack supplement. And don't change a Corleone. Another dramatic spike. Ooh, mom. As you can see here, this equity drop is during April 18. Here in more or less April 18, we don't have that big of a drop in equity, you know? It makes sense. Actually, that condition to great gap multiplier makes sense, but it's not very efficient because I managed to make it efficient, for example, with my EA by adjusting every group. EA really don't know how to adjust, and having a generic value won't work because every range is different, and you will realize that the more that you backtest. And sometimes the ranges are the same, like my EA that is only grid, it closes similar. Or if I have 10 levels, sorry, I will close 4, 5, and 6 90% of the times, feel me? Like the range is very similar all the time. There are sometimes only that you have COVID or the house crisis or gold drops in price because China, for example, or India that accumulate a lot or have a lot of gold drop it, or miners discover more gold, so that also reduces the price because there's more gold, will be more gold in the flowing the economy at one point. So details from minor to bigger ones. No te vayas más. Cabo. Pa' que me escuches fuerte, claro. Pero para andar dolido no hay horario. Oh, it's late, boss. It's late, boss. Oh. Ocultándome tus ganas. Big drop. Why are you doing this to me? Para andar lido no hay horario. Ya la vaya a ver ahorita. Para arriba, pa' que para abajo. Weird. Very weird these risk management inputs. I mean, not bad, just weird, you know? Deportivo nunca le pasa. So, tomorrow they pay rebates. Excellent. I want to see how much. I think I had a very. Let me check my. High, very high volume. That's good. Let me see if it's possible to show how many. Fucking filter, but could see the scroll. Big volume, big volume. It's mainly the amount of trades, not the volume. Volume biggest was tons of 0.01s and 0.02s. Yeah, I haven't triggered a very big progression yet. Market's very calm, really. Yeah, no bigger than 0.02, but at least it will add 200 or a little more to the account. Free money. It's not free because, well, you pay for the commission, right? But, you know, they at least give you back something. No me preguntan si estoy bien, pero piden bala para los tambores de 100. Hoy te aman y mañana manda quien, pero ya más seguro que los 2 días yo cobré. Nací para primero, no para pendejo. Me test this screen. It's not that bad. Pero que no está la mal. I don't know, geez, but this 250 looks good. Change the screen so my zero viewers see my ugly face, you know? Yes, the basics. So 250, 875, no, it's not good. Pause the music. 780 with 160. Okay, let me do this. Load again the default. Okay, forgot about the time frame, so yeah, I do need to fix it. Why my hair is so shiny, brother? That's not me. So understand the reasoning behind the time frame for grid. Okay, let me do this for this one. Which one was? Let's select this. We almost finished COVID. Very good. Si prendemos los blones. Looks terrible. But let's see if the drawdown reduces with this type of closing. Only one trade per bar. And is the H4 the one that is using for that calculation? Le grabé mi nombre a mi superona, ya nadie me dice, ya nadie me espanta. Sacaremos que te tiran, yo no te ocupo, mija, ando en la mía, se me acabó de esto, sin nada de siempre. Si tú me amas, voy a verte. Si prendemos los blones, lo hacemos con canciones. No creo en el amor, sin hablar los errores. Risk looks very low with the one that is using a single trade per bar. Como de costumbre, navego en la lumbre. Tengo buenos socios. Per la Tijuana, una sola si está llamando Rano, yo no chale, no es. De la Perla pa' Tijuana, unas horas si me llaman. Chale, no hay fijón. How long it can take to finish simple grid per bar? Like, it's crazy, bro. Guardar el secreto. Good, good, interesting close. Kind of big drawdown, but at least you're closing to the upside, you feel me? Te llamarás Gloria. Lo tengo es bien merecido. 2021 already finished COVID. This is finishing COVID. Oh, well, starting COVID. Let me show you how the buy model looks. Cambiarte el nombre. Since 2012. 2011. 2011 is huge. Let's see if we have this push, this closing. As you can see, very similar to this, but of course mine is efficient. Mine knows what to do. There you're closing trades. Era secreto de amor, secreto. Now let's see how it looks in big pushes. Que te dé la gente, soy tu amigo. Tú y te digo, qué castigo, qué dolor, qué dolor. So in that moment, you start the drawdown. Price is moving against you. What I'm doing is with the 21 logics. This doesn't have the 21, but let's say with 12 logics. I'm trying to close as much as possible during the retracement. So then I can close baskets of trades. What I mean by basket of trades, 0.01 to 0.10, the progression. If you move 0.01, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a progression. So what I do is I try to get the best progressions possible. As you can see, my equity is going up. It means I'm closing, let me show you, closing parts of my risk. As you can see, by parts, meaning I'm exhausting my margin or liberating margin. So even during prolonged trends like 2011, I'm not at a very heavy risk because I'm able to, since market moves in waves, that everyone will tell you market moves in waves, I'm, we could say, making money, closing trades, and also I'm reducing the risk and positioning myself again in the market in a better position. So as you can see, that's the difference between a good system and something that we need to optimize before we say something bad or good. Vuelto tan discreto. Well, someone one day will just say, let me watch this motherfucker. And I'll be here singing music that no one of my age listens in Mexico, you know? Like, no, I'm out. That's some not popular rap. but I like it. Con los pinches blancos, con los guangos. Terrible closing, as you can see. Blue line is going down, means I'm at one point losing money or closing negative. I end up at break even, but it's closing negative, a lot of negative trades, so it's chasing the break even. Again, if we compare, check my blue line, it's always going up, or at least most of the time. You start the EA this day, 0723, more or less 0718. After this last close on July 16, you will get big drawdown but very little profit in return, you know? So risk reward is not very adjusted. Echarle tal tacón. La zona y toda la ciudad. So imagine, I'm about to end streaming in like 5 minutes, almost 2 hours. Someone starts watching right now. I have to say, you know, it's crazy how this is a job. Carnal, no se trata de usar la camiseta, estás mal. Se trata de quien se trata. I cannot read that, it's too fast. Carnal, no se trata de usar la camiseta, estás mal. Se trata de quien la tienda completa, carnal. Se trata de usar la camiseta, estás mal. Se trata de quien la tienda completa. This is already done. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting. Very good reduction of drawdown. When did I change that? I didn't even realize. Let's see. Let me check. Okay. Tinta en la piel. Terrible. I don't like that. Let's do something now. Also, as you can see, the take profit and the second take profit are very bad balance, so that will increase a lot of profit. sabía. Sentí como mona, estoy bien. Pues curar. Okay, we will have a lot of risk. Querida. Querida. Terrible. Thinking a lot of scenarios. How can I make this work? This is interesting. It's interesting. This is the first time that I see an EA with this type of executions. So I'm interested in this EA. Not gonna lie. I'm interested in making it work. First of all, so by now the results are not bad. We have a 1.38 profit or risk reward factor. Best set file is giving 10% profit with 7.3% drawdown. So that's the 1.38 profit factor, risk reward factor. Profit factor is something else. So I'm sure that by growing for example, I sometimes use a very low TP for the first order. And here you have a first order take profit and a take profit. So I don't know if this is the real first and this is the second, because if you check, we have directions and second entry rules. So I don't know if this take profit is for the first set of orders and this is for the second entry rules, you know? So I will have to check that. Let's wait for this one to finish and we call it for today. Let me update grid. Of course, by the end of the video, most likely Sunday, I'm gonna share the set files or whatever we came up, and I'm gonna deploy a demo during Sunday open, so I can track it. See if the A really performs good during real conditions. You feel me? So we kept the 100. Not gonna update yet the grid gap, the grid multiplier, or anything else because the profit will change the results. So better wait for that. Let's see. One quick restroom, bathroom run so we can close the excellent stream, guys. Excellent stream, guys. Well, you know, at least it's gonna be safe. And in the future, maybe 2, 3 persons can watch it and say, oh, okay, this EA is interesting, you know? It's all for the value, not for the fame, you know? Y no era conmigo, yo te vi bailando, y era con mi amigo. Y pa' qué te digo que te quise un chingo que ando arrepentido, que sin ti no vivo, que eres mi motivo, que sin suspiro. 2013 is the one of the biggest stress tests for only buys in gold. We have a very big drop. You can check it one day in charts. Go to 2013. It starts during April. It's only comparable when is 2011 and 2020 COVID drops. So for 2025 or 2026, I expect a heavy drop in gold once the dollar recovers, because naturally people will move to bonds and will start accumulating dollar because of the strength once they reduce rates and stabilize the debt, you know, blah, blah. The big investors won't accumulate long term gold because of the price too high. So they will move to at least they will move to bonds. So you can expect the boost in dollar, you know. Y en la cochera tengo 3 autos. Gold currently decided to broke the all-time high again and chilling. Giving to 2024 vibes. Breaking all-time highs, chilling, and breaking them again whenever he wants. Gold is a dairy body, yeah? Need to take care of that body or else you will get smoked. I treat very well my bodies, so gold really loves me, you know? Vida sin límite y sin embargo la paso chingón paseando en mi Lambo. Me enterrolo pa' andar tranquilo manejando. Suelita roja y muy fino son los trapos, el cuello pesado ya diamantado. Mi You can see we're releasing lot sizes. Here, 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 here. Can see the dates. Different days. You're closing positions. You have something dynamic. It's not just a swing trading EA. That was more my B1, and probably B2 also could act as a swing trading only because of the nature or limitations with the logics. And this is my not my final. I have tons of ideas yet to keep proving, because that's the point. We test and we keep testing and optimizing so we can have the best sauce all the time. So if I find something that might deliver value to my EA, of course I'm gonna add it. I put my money in my EA, so I don't want to get smoked because of rookie mistakes or something. So let's see, here we are in 0422. So max during May, we will close. Keep closing, small orders. Muerte, donde olivaron las balas. No era advertencia ni coincidencia. There, we're only activating the trail stops, but we haven't closed anything yet. And it's moving the trail stop. The A is moving the trail stop. We don't see it. In the chart, we can see it. But that's why by day or by time, the trail is moving. It's following price. So this means it's a very heavy drop and it's recovering very fast to the upside. So price is trailing. Here we already closed some trades. That in this case was the final part, the missing ones, like 0.01. It's my main logic. So I know that I already closed my main logic and it was followed by every other logic. So at this point, I don't have any cycle open. Here you can see we're already trading 0.01s only. 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, you know? That's how a good EA works, just like. It's too easy. It's too easy. I don't know what to say. Look at this. It's hard. It's hard to be at my level. That's the only thing I can say. This is 10, 11 November, when only October, September. So we can assume that, where was the change? Here, 4 hours with a 10 and a 2 multiplier is not the best. Very aggressive. I was expecting that. But that's how you understand the EA, is like reverse engineer them without the code. That's the only thing. This time we have the manual, but sometimes even with the manual, you don't understand what the fuck they're trying to say, you know? To be honest, I should be working with TP first, especially because of how EA manages the executions, closings, and the layers of new orders. TP is very important, but I'm trying to understand how it can work better. Also, at the end, I keep dropping values and testing, you know? Doesn't seem it's gonna close that one. It's opening tons of trades, so I need to raise the grid. I don't know, there's tons of combinations I can do, so I'm gonna do upstream, and I'm gonna try to beat the best odds we have yet. And I also have some sets of the developer, but weirdly, he is optimizing for Bitcoin also, so I don't think it's proper to do that, especially in Forex brokers. Actually, in the MQL5 download link for the EA, you'll see me fighting a fucking moron. Like, his, it's the EA is free. You can test it. You can back test it. And he's blaming the developer because he got smoked with Bitcoin trading a probably less than 5K account. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of him or anything. Just he's very aggressive with the developer that is sharing sauce for free. Someone needs to explain him that you don't put your money right away just because someone is sharing you an EA. You need to test it. Or if you want to test it with your money in real time, that's up to you, but don't go back with the developer and tell him like it's a scam or something, because we know the EA works. We don't know if it will work in live conditions the same, but that doesn't mean he got smoked because the EA is a scam, you feel me? So sometimes I get triggered because I'm also a developer at the end. I build my code. I'm not only optimizing, I build the code and optimize the strategy. It's all here. So if someone comes to me like, hey, that's a scam, I will be like, fuck you. I have 5 years of tracking record, multiple accounts, clients making money. Of course, there's not every client is the same. Not every client respects the work or wants to put the minimum effort to make the EA work properly. So 90% of the times it's perfect. 10% you have issues, especially when clients have a very limited amount of money. They're very sensitive with drawdown or losses, and I understand them. As Mexican, I know how much 1K USD is, or how much you can take to earn that. So that's why I try to provide the one-on-one support. But sometimes if you're just an asshole, I'm not entitled to anything. Like, you give the value to whatever you want, but I know the value of the system and I show it consistently, not only with my accounts, but with others' accounts. So it's up to the clients to decide if the system has value or not after they share them the sauce. You are like Lambo Raul sharing an EA that does nothing. It's a $50 fiber code, and you're selling it for 2.5K USD. Well, then you have all the right to be an asshole, but the developer is working with you, is giving you support, is not blocking you or something else. The asshole is the client in that point. Or in this case, it was not even a client, it's a free A share, and he's making a drama about it. This is the same result, so change nothing with the 4 hour. So let's call it 2 hours. Very decent. We managed to improve the result from 0.87, 1.06 risk factor to 1.38. So now my task will be to work first with the take profit. We still have a lot of room for improvement with the Ichimoku strategies, but for now we're keeping it simple. We're having a base that we understand more or less and that we can manage. The visual mode takes more time, so for streaming purposes I won't do it, but if everything good, I will break down a video with, we have here, as you can see, we have Cyber Plus ready, FX Sketch ready with Xiao USD both, Dark Venus with multiple pairs. Here I have the list. So will be All these pairs, I took out UJ. I was using UJ with default, and that's the one that smoked this, well, not smoke, but generate a high drawdown, 10% with 1% profit. So very bad. Icarus will also go with these pairs. I'm gonna create Triobantums with these combinations, but the other EAs will be only show USD for now. If we find value or we see that the EA is giving good results, we optimize for other assets. But for now, we have Plus, Sire Plus, FX Hedge Pro, Dark Venus, Icarus, and we're gonna add Stratus Bora and then Zephyr, all free, optimized by me. For now, this will be good one, G's.